On this 2020 to 2025 Honda CR-V Hybrid, P0974 is for shift solenoid valve, a control circuit high in the ICM system. In plain terms, the ICM may be commanding shift solenoid valve off, but the return signal does not match what it expects. The driver may notice a warning light or possible transmission-related behavior, and the broad fault areas can include the solenoid, its control circuit and connectors, or the ICM. Before getting deep into testing, start with the basic system checks and follow a structured diagnostic approach. Also keep in mind that this path does not give a direct standalone component test for the solenoid itself. It diagnoses the related circuit behavior around it. First, reproduce the operating conditions for the code. Turn the vehicle to ready-to-drive mode. Then shift the transmission to park and wait for at least 1 second. That gives the ICM a chance to run the logic that compares the command to the return signal. Next, move into the shift solenoid valve inspection. Disconnect the shift solenoid valve cover assembly connector, the 5P connector. Clear the ICM DTCs with the HDS. Then jump terminal No. 5 of that 5P connector to body ground with a jumper wire. After that, run the companion confirmation check. Do not treat the companion code as the main subject here. Use it only as the expected response to this circuit simulation. If that expected response is present, this inspection is considered normal, and the diagnostic call is a problem with shift solenoid valve A. If the expected response is not present, the path points toward other related components instead of the solenoid call. If the diagnostic path continues into the SHA open wire check, disconnect the shift solenoid valve cover assembly 5P connector and disconnect ICM connector P, the 36P connector. Then perform the table-based inspection for the SHA circuit. The normal condition for the OFF check is less than 1 ohmega. If that check is not normal, the problem is in the circuit. For this table, make sure the probe points are positively identified before testing. If the terminal identification is not clear, pause and recheck the earlier diagnostic path instead of guessing. Only after the other inspection items indicate a normal condition does the path leave the remaining suspect as the ICM. At that point, the diagnostic result is a problem with the ICM. The important part is the order. Confirm the operating condition, simulate the solenoid circuit response, check the SHA circuit for an open, and only then make the ICM call if the earlier inspections are normal. The takeaway on P0974 is to prove whether the ICM sees the expected circuit response before blaming the controller. Use the companion response as a circuit check, verify the SHA wire is not open, and avoid jumping ahead when a connector or terminal callout is uncertain. For more diagnostic training, visit stepdiagnostics.com.